Blade Storm already there for Win. He's going to activate immediately, and they want to pull it again, trying to get that straight in. Paranoia stops Win in his tracks for just a moment. Sean is already into B. Mummy backs up to get a frag for himself as Caboose answers as well, and the aggression seems to sting GenG a little bit this round. They recoup a bit in their positioning, calm out where everybody could be. As we take a look on the mini-map, it looks like a great flip from Food is going to be their demise here, coming for a window. That's a double. That's a drop to somebody or buy next round. Just works out really well. You feel set up for it. He's going to try here from lower to see if that calibration is ready for himself.
I love this too. Just putting the operator on a position like A short. Also with Omen, you can see he's playing an angle where you can TP out. This, obviously, Jet can do the same thing. Reyna, if she gets the kill, can dismiss. And there's Caboose around the corner using the showstopper, trying to find ways to get value. We talked about this sense of urgency for Envy to try to take control of something early on and just put the aggression on. And they're trying to do it around A lobby. This is the response. GenG realized that there's so many players there. They're going to push B. Great defensive shot coming through from Kratchis. He's got to hold on for long enough. Food is there with the Bucky looking for some fun. And the Bucky's not good enough this time. GMD to take him down, and it's looking rather grim here. GenG, they've got so much to work with. Just splitting off onto the C site, keeping Envy on their toes. And now it's a 3 versus 2 off the plant scenario for GenG.
Imagine if that's a Phantom and not a Spectre off of being forced into somewhat of a half eco round. It's, oh, that shot there. You just feel jaded by the gun when you see that large spark come off his head, but that still means he's low. Doesn't matter. Mame's going to overkill on that one with the operator. And Caboose, he's going in. He's got a blast pack. Blast pack with the Bucky. He's feeling confident right now. You can absolutely make a play here. Maybe right into the window. Makes a little bit of noise. Oh, the Trickster gets him. GMD goes down. Win trades back onto Mummy, and it's just going to be a back and forth here. Taunt him out. Half defuse. Pros don't fake. Pros don't fake. Oh, he has to get off knowing the peaks are coming in from Win. Turns his head as Caboose tries to duck. But Win hits the brim of his cap and knocks it all off together.
Towards mid, which makes a lot of sense given the fact that GenG's defaults often start with this early timing, heavy presence around the middle area of the map, and then they go back to A later on. But they're mixing things up a lot here on Envy, really keeping them guessing, charging towards the A site, and Finesse sitting in the cage. The daggers come out. Oh, was actually going to whip the right click, allowing FNS to survive for longer.
Push mid already.
They can't deal with this position. They're stuck right now. They can't gain ground. Envy are defending very well, and there's just nothing left.
What? Yeah, so it seems like it's just a slow default round for them. They won't
Back
decide
to the
push.
basics.
Yep. There's the Hunter's Fury.
Caboose, oh dear, able to get that one. Sean, great entry from him. The run it back pops immediately straight towards C-Link. Will get dropped, but there is control towards A-Link here for GenG. That's really important, getting extra post-spawn control here on this site. Trace coming through as Envy force the issue, looking to try to find a way onto that B side. It's not happening just yet. And again, they're having to deal with these forward positions. But Win here just waiting. Why A-Link is just wasting so much time, and he's still alive. That's allowing so many individual fights to go the way of GenG here.
And they're just picking them apart. They're not. There's too many angles for Envy to look at here in these rounds that GenG starts to get a hold of. Into the site comes FNS and one more. That's Food. They're going to be able to drop the 2. It's now a very big possibility they get this round. The defuse now to 90%, and that's the lock-in for a 6-6 first half. With possible light armor on your first gun buy, but they go straight eco, stack on C.
Straight into the action once again. They're just charging down. Oh my god, that's scary. Everyone from GenG is just on the chase right now. And well, that's a free A site, which has been confirmed by Envy. GenG though, they feel dangerous right now, moving in a pack.
Love to see that camera pulled back so they can get into sight as fast as possible. The dart was used to get down C, but that gun in a death ball could be very, very useful. A bit of a rotation. You're still going to have Sova come from the other side so they can get an efficient dart down into the site when necessary. Shots getting fired here. Food cleans up to 20 HP, finds a third one. His second 3K coming up quick in this match. And just a troll from FNS as he's creeping up on Mikhail there. They get enough
on that garage control.
I'd love to see this round pull out as much util as possible. A simple default, crash these plants. He also gets an ult on top of the showstopper you're talking about right there. And then they are really nicely set to just grab round 11 here and may not even have to use those ults depending on the shots fired. And Food playing with his food right now. Pops into sight with the curveball out. Makes a shot happen before it goes off. They're going to keep taking a little bit more control here over C. Already FNS on the flank trying to watch window. GMD takes him down though, feeling comfortable, but now 10 HP, has to call for the cavalry before he makes a move. And Mame knows that is a very low omen in the window, but he's looking at the wrong way. Timing occurs, and Dan, this could be a possible retake. 4v2, there's the showstopper.
Nice by Caboose, not to overcommit. He's played it perfectly, and that's going to leave very little left in the tank for GenG. In fact, just one man left standing. And although Mikhail is going to be able to get one kill, it's going to be a tough ask to find the remaining two with the time that he has. These, of course, are professional players. They're going to use the clock against him. In fact, Food
ultimate still. So if the plant starts to go down, there's a way to deter that on the side of Envy. Sorry, Diffuse, rather. And there's a way for Envy to just kind of play that safely.
Different pacing from Envy, and also just all walking up towards mid. Really, I don't think that this was expected at all by GenG. Envy keeping things fresh as they take control of B. They're walking through A link right now, maybe considering looking at the flank if there was some action for Finesse there on short, but he does lose that position, so they'll settle on the B site. They've got no post-plant positioning. They're just on the site right now. We'll have to see if I mean, they're hitting the shots, Riv, so maybe it doesn't matter.
Envy goes B the first few rounds, leaves it up to the A and C for the rounds in between, and they're like, you know what?
It's just a single killjoy there for GenG holding on to B. So right now, GenG have actually a plan to try to fight for this A site. It really depends on what Envy are going to throw here on the initiation. So we'll see how they develop that. But they're also just holding their ground at the moment to see if they're able to catch any maneuvers, any information plays that may be coming forward. And the drone comes out, so they're going to get rid of the drone at least. That's going to spot things. And now there's a choice for Envy. Do they commit as the wall gets dropped, or do they reset out of this? They don't have any presence around the map, so that's going to encourage them to pressure this A site and perhaps just go all in from this point forward.
Take flight.
So slow playing it. Yeah, everybody's still here. It's just going to be a huge swamp onto A site. Looks like they're trying to get over. They've all gone onto the rope to make sure that happens. Flank's not currently being watched, but they're not in a problem there since GenG is not coming around. Spike planted 5v5 as this round has been a little weird to start as everybody was so close and nobody has gone down yet.
Yeah, it's always fun when you see this, but you know, eventually something has to give, and we'll see the execution come back into the side here on this retake attempt. GenG using the cover as best they can, but they are going to have to get these kills. They are pressuring the spike now, trying to get the time down, at least get it to halfway as we've got a win. Just going for the fight here, up close and personal. Envy, just like that, knocking everybody down at once. Advantage, you see the opponent's models first. But again, it's very easy to deal with if you just expect it, because jiggling that is that you're not going to be exposed to anything else when you're jiggling that. So they can deal with that now they know about it. So you can see Sean is changing his position, and he's going to pick off one. If he goes for another one, this is kind of, that's brave from Sean. Didn't have to go for that, but he gets it anyway. Just, you love to see the confidence.
And the repeat there, so quick too. I love that you mentioned it. Just super confident, and that's what you need here against Envy, because they're going to be coming in just as confident. The left click isn't going to be enough, but Crashies is pretty hurt right now, as it's only going to be a few shots to take him down. Mikhail coming up big with a few. A nice job there, and he's ready for Crashies to be close with good comms from the team. A third one possibly. FNS gets the better of him. And lockdown available versus 3. It's going to be a tough one to use that. And are you serious? The quick flick shot to the chest of Sean is going to make it a little easier in the 2v1.
This is really scary too, because Finesse, he's a super smart player. He has enough time to rotate off. So there is a question for GenG. Do they try to just gamble and stay together on A? It's a pretty big rotation time. Do they try to play in the middle and retake together? So lots of different ways you can approach this, but they've decided to just play it safe, expecting that maybe Finesse was more likely to just wait and just force them to move and then go back into the A site. He's gone for this B play though. He has the lockdown, as you guys can see. He's going to pop that immediately, and one of the great things about that is it is going to buy him time for a full rotation on the flank, and that's kind of the purpose of doing this. And we'll see if it works out for him, Riv. It's bold.
Creeping on in. So remember, the spikes to his left. He's relying on a bit of the utility, and GMD with the Sixth Sense comes up big. A great play. You always love to see a little around the world from the solo plant.
Going to try to deal with Sean here. He's just getting these 1v1s, and it looks like that may not come into the equation here. Rivis a fast push onto the A site.
Crashies feeling good there. They quickly try to get the orb down and get out. And you're right, though. The kitchen play for Sean has just been easy 1, 2, 3s. They keep walking into him. And it's not even that he's in kitchen this time. He's in hell of A, and he's taken down one after another. Oh, Kusta from the top side. And it looks like Catwalk and Lower is going to be a big problem for them. Kusta's shooting true right now. And GenG just stops Envy in their tracks on this one. Crashy, 3v1 situation, 2v1. Crashy popping him. Here's another shot, and he knows where one is. He just has to find the other, knowing they may be working together. That's the find. He knows both are just on the backside of A, but he's got to do the small peeks here. Holding an angle, waiting, sees one. This is tight, Dan.
Oh, it's very tight, but Crashy towards B long. They might just want to take this position, but that's going to be rather difficult. Win is there. The trade comes through, though, from Mummy. Good stuff from Envy so far. Pressuring GMD. He's got to try to pull away, just barely. Vanishes in time all the way to spawn. He's going to stay alive, but are they going to be able to find a way back into a retake? Because it looks like Envy are going to have this site.
Yeah, again, not too much to be able to retake. Maybe the openness of B helps that GenG squad with the Sentinel or the Initiator utility from Sova. The fact that you can get a few smokes out to make your own angles, but other than that, they don't have nades to throw around and stuff. So if it does go to A, it may be a little bit better favored here if they can play some off angles, but it's the scatter. Envy's done a great job of just pulling GenG off original angles, and it was imperative that we see that dart hitting somebody and finding a little bit of info this deep into the round, because I feel like GenG was up the river without a paddle, not knowing where Envy is. Plant in A, Dan. Let's see what they got.
Yeah, just again, that Killjoy lurk creates the opportunity for a huge rotation and to play off of this A site. Oh, a Killjoy lockdown coming through from Kusta. It's going to force the ultimate, the Hunter's Fury, which would have been nice to have post-plant, but that's going to be taken out of the equation. So there's two ults on another fight. Does GenG look for this retake? But here is the lurk from Caboose right in the back. The rocket comes out just in cover in time to get the rocket off. Didn't look like he had the time for that, but Caboose finds it. Now down to the 1 versus 1. And GMD has a lot on his hands. The jump peek from Finesse to bait the shots. And there's going to be enough time for the defuse from GMD. Very well played there from GenG.
B seems to be the flavor here for Envy right now.
Yep, and it's a great choice. And I like this response coming in from GenG, just trying to push down the tube into mid, getting a little bit aggressive. This early timing, Envy play heavy, as you said, to be long. That means they're giving up other parts of the map. And GenG are trying to exploit that. Just relying on Kusta here to be able to get a kill, just delay, hold on, buy time for his teammates to get a flank, to set up position. And that's exactly what Kusta has to do. Takes down the running back as well as the kill. He's done his job. Now can his team follow up with the rest?
A great initial start there to just slow things down. Mikhail easily getting that, figuring out who else he has to fight. Gets one ping, but Caboose stands tall in the middle of the site to take that one down. Still good spam. Sean, these guys are just on point right now with spraying it down, knowing they are hitting their opponents. And that one's a pretty easy one, but over and over again, you see these guys consistently hit it. It's still impressive. 40 seconds left on this round. FNS loves to play the clock, and that's exactly what he's going to have to do here. One digital molly up, as I call him, and he's waiting 20 seconds on that turret for a little bit of HP here, or for a little bit of help, I should say.
Looks like that wasn't audible to Sean there. He's on the site. He didn't turn it all on that sound cue. So looks like
does he shoot him right away is the question.
Oh, the timing. The timing doesn't work out. This is definitely what you want to see. Bind is the last map if we do find ourselves there. So that would be a lot of fun. But until we get there, we'll have to see if Envy do find some form of recovery here as they really switch up the focus back to A.
And it's been since that first gun round. GenG's just like, yeah, give us the Vandals, give us the Phantoms, and we'll win every round out on this first half. I mean, they're pointing for the fences. Can they get it here with this last one? Just about a minute left in the round. Lots of time And everybody's setting up in a different position here if they were seen before or out of those default shock spots. You see a good movement there as they push up into safety. Everybody, it's the play to not lose round, and GMD finds the first one, takes a bit of damage himself as the team is nicely set up here on the A site. And they don't have too much of rotation yet. I like the fact that they still have Jet over in B to cover anything.
Sean is wrapping around 410.
Oh my.
Insane play from him. Able to get so much value and damage, removing all forward position from Envy. They are struggling now to get their way back in. Food, though, doing what he can to give them something to work off of, and they're going to push forward off of the back of that. Looking to get this control of the A site, but GenG, they don't want to give this up, and there's not too much for them to have to worry about. They can play off each other. You see some great positioning here from GenG, that if Envy are to try to force the issue here, I mean, Food, we can see that he's walking into us. What on earth was that from Food? Able to find those 2 kills. As I was about to say, that setup looked like it was perfect to deal with him. And now just barely enough time to get the spike down. Is he able to hold on to this one? He's trying to hold it. There comes the dash for a win, and it's denied. 10-2 as GenG against the to work with. Envy can't afford to put a foot wrong. There's a lot to talk about if we do see Envy get this pistol and stabilize, and there's a lot to say about the way that GenG are going to play their attacking side. But until we get there, it's going to be this, what looks like a heavy commit towards this A site. There are some options that are being left open by GenG. They have GMD on the back there. It does seem like they're maybe actually rotating the spike out. You can see that Sean is also there with him, looking for any flanking players from Envy, but they're not going to see it off of their initial pressure, so it looks like they'll regroup.
One of my favorite turrets to throw up there. That or the other side wall for defensive killjoy, where the Owl drone was looking just now. Good coverage to start the site. A bit of utility used quite early there. Doesn't seem like too much return on investment. And Win, wait a minute. Still alive. He put himself in the front of 3 people. He does not deserve that, but he goes up with a kill. Beautifully played. And now the rest of GenG is unloading as they try to get into the site. Kusta coming up with 3 there the way around. See how they start this one off. Lots of time left as it just started. And Envy has to get that play to win mentality onto the front line here. Can't play not to lose. That just means GenG is going to be able to walk all over you. And this is perfect. The push-up is exactly what they needed. Early info grab, pressure created, and you make GenG play a little sweaty. Yeah, this is great. You know, they know that so far GenG has been playing that early pressure around A. They're just like, you know what? We're not going to let you just run a default. We're going to just take the fight right there and then. They pick it up, as you say. And now they're ready to get, well, they're giving up the B site for the retake. They have the 5 versus 4. Still utility. Oh, very well timed paint shells, but it was a fake on the spike plant there. Don't want to get caught by that util. And in fact, it's going to be Mikael with the shock dart to take down Finesse. So with that said, it's a 4 versus 4, but the spike has to go down. That means that GenG, they have to move forward. They have to start the action. It's not up to Envy. And what the Bucky is too good, man. Feeling lucky there. They get the spams through, though. Not too many places you can hide in that situation. Looks like Alter comes up there for a moment before he goes down. Crashies with a beautiful shot. Shocked out. Oh, that could be a kill just outside, and Crashies. It's not going to matter. He finds the... We'll have to see whether they're going to be able to stabilize here and make things look a little bit better. But again, it's this A pressure at the beginning. And you don't know if it's a default from GenG at this point, if they've just got 3 players here, they're just pressuring, or if it's the entire team. And maybe now they can figure it out, but it could also be a fake rip. There's so many things that could be happening here. Yeah, spikes drop. Good eye on that. And you really just wonder how much utility you can get out this round if you're GenG. You lost a few members. The lockdown is there. And now that the spike has been picked up, unfortunate for it to go down in such a spot where the lockdown could not be used. GenG a little foiled on this round. And to see if they still do it. The nest is held by Win, and how far can he go in this spot? They know because Cloudbursts aren't coming from a jet on the side of Envy. So that is a very close danger that Envy has to deal with. Just on the rope, it's going to be enough to crash his hands back. Quick shot towards the bomb site. What a transfer! They feel a little more comfortable. Sean's going to be the sentry here with 10 HP. If he goes down, somebody possibly trade. What a shot there! Does pick one up at FNS and Crash. He answers back right away before that kill can come through. And it is just a... It looks like we'll see GenG erring on the side of caution, just playing for the economy. Looking to perhaps pick up an AWP here, maybe win a frag and pick up a gun. That's a good initial
way to start things off in terms of goal setting. And a great split comes through here from GenG. They've worked Showers and U-Haul at the same time. And they actually looking a little bit stretched here on the defense, but onto things fairly well. 3 versus 2 though now for GenG. Just as I say that, Finesse loses backside position, and that changes everything with the wall that Sean placed up. This is feeling awkward now.
3 seconds for the sonar. They get a little bit of intel off of that owl drone. Oh, a little duck and chuck there as he tries to put a curveball around the corner. They get pinged out. Again, it's pausing what they want to do. Sonar dart right over the top. Locked and loaded. It's going to be Food and Crash. He's trying to make this play. The combo that came to Envy. Can they make it happen? Oh, the double, the triple for Food. It's
going to come into play, but for now, he's playing fairly safe, I think, on top of the APC. And that's kind of a dangerous angle, but Sean sprayed through the smoke, calling it. They realized that the all plays have been coming out, and there's a punish.
That's a good point, especially when we get this many rounds in, or it's honestly only 4. But as the frags come out, you're getting close. 1 orb can make a difference if you're defusing, if you're planning, and getting a few kills. Still a lot of time left in this round 4. Hello. Mikhail finds something he does not want to fight against just yet. And Mumme with the operator here. He's trying to make a big impact on these next rounds, but he is now close quarters. Doesn't mean he's going down. It just becomes a little tougher if he can get the pick down. There's one, takes a shot to the back, and it's just the angle Food has. That he is, GMD has that he's able to take one down.
There comes the curveball right at the flash. Food is just unstoppable. Beautiful. The Showers side, they're going to hear the trips get put down. MB, meanwhile, trying to get aggressive. Short B. Forced back by the paint shells, though. So Envy have that early B long control. They can grab the orb. Yeah. And what really counts now is, how do they develop into the mid round? And if Envy wants to try to make a push before they make the move first.
Here, watching Mummy again. I love that point about the op. He is super versatile in the weapons that he can use and still be incredibly effective. You see him on split, then switching to the jet here. He's on the Omen. He's got the operator, and he's locking down B. I see him for a second. Oh, Daddy-O, where's he going to teleport to? Can't make it just yet on the tail end. A Hunter's Fury's going to miss. And GenG is trying to make their way in still. They have lost 1 member here. Envy still 4 ultimates to defend this site.
Kusta lurking back up short B here. Might catch the player out of the TP, and indeed, Crashies goes down. That's hookah control once again in the hands of GenG. Looking fairly good. If they can get the spike planted, they'll be good to go. But it's just about finding the time to do it. And you can see Food lurking around Garden's going to be able to deal with Sean. So now, if it was difficult before, it's even more difficult now. Maybe even starting to feel impossible. Spike may have to be planted in the tube here. Kusta's having to come out of hookah so he can assist his teammate. That's not a good sign. Here's the TP as well, so there's additional pressure on the flank. There's so much to worry about here for GenG. So somehow though, Kusta able to take down Food as the challenge comes through. There's the showstopper out from Caboose, out from hookah. It's taken down. I want to see and back to Showers control again to start things off here between these two teams. Neither side wants to give this up for free. Just jockeying for position. Both teams trying to get more efficient utility usage out of this. You want the other team to commit more than you do. And looks like actually Envy going to give it up for once.
Just a neat little note there. You can see Kusta, he hasn't placed any. Okay, 1 behind him, so he 1-trapped this round, saving a little bit each time, knowing he's not just going to put everything into utility, so they can keep that econ running. You need everything in a very tied game. Control there from Caboose, but he is still found by Michaelis. There's just too much to shoot that raise in the air. Oh my gosh, Mumme. Again, another 2 back-to-back, possibly a 3rd, and it is 3 striking true between the eyes.
Yep. But we'll get pressure up A short here, looking for a reaction. Not very committed from GenG just yet. Slowly working their way forward, seeing if they can find a pick, and the action might be forced here. Caboose is going to hold on to this position. This is very dangerous right now, Riv, for GenG. They're just kind of stuck behind these choke points. They're taking it very tentatively.
Great little satchel up from Caboose to keep himself alive. That was a very touch-and-go fight to Showers. HP is just being dropped everywhere. Sean still finds a shot. That's what he's been looking for. And a big entry into the A site. Peeks towards Vent. They can't see anything towards that CT, or that spawn entry for defenders. 10 seconds on the plant. And he's going to easily get that down. A bit of utility to be used. 2 more ultimates here if they could get a res somewhere around the map. And a nice shot by Crashies to open it up. They have full health coming in with 3. This looks very possible for Envy.
Yeah, recon dart available as well. There comes the TV from Mummy as well. Get some extra info. Sean with a nice peek and finds a second head as well. And
we're pushing the Navi strat here, Dan. Bring it down to 15 seconds.
Maybe it'll work out though, because they are managing to get forward onto the side here. Mikael, can he stop the plant? He can. That's a big move, but still, Food is left alive. He can only do so much though with that help in the frenzy. Short A position, but instead now they've got, you know, once again GMD in the U-Haul position, and they're fighting for showers. So GenG starting off the round pretty active, and there is a showstopper here for Sean. If he feels it, if he thinks there's a setup here, there could be an opportunity to use this.
He knows it's a Phantom on the other side, so he's trying to play it. Oh, just do it! No, he gets crashed. He's trying to hide in the corner. Kus is going to find another one as they're pushing up through that mid area. Nicely done. And will they be able to get a little bit more off of this? Mummy, always good for one to answer back. He's been getting quite a few doubles throughout the rounds. Caboose is in, tagged up by the tripwire. And a nice little stack here coming out of showers is going to try to give GenG the advantage. But things have now slowed down with members dropping everywhere.
Yeah, the showers players are really key because they won't have U-Haul control, but if they can have at least 2 places to retake from, that's great. And, okay, the wall, it's going to slow them down from it. Well, in fact, it doesn't actually slow them down even at all, I don't think. Not even like a millisecond, so never mind that. But it will be a quick switch up through the TP for that B plant. And it's still a retake situation for GenG, but they have worse post-plant positioning, and Envy have more time to gain their own post-plant positioning. So that switch up with the TP is perfect, but still, it's going to be tough.
All right, Rez came through. GenG looking a little bit better here with a few heals coming through as well. Cypher, the only one hurt on the side of Envy as Caboose is pushing up, trying to play this smoke. That's behind him, and that's the perfect time to take the chance. Mummy comes out with the paranoia, but it's not going to be enough. GenG find the frags that they need, and is it going to be enough time? As long as Hwin doesn't slip and cut the wrong wire, they're good to go. Probably heard that on the other end. And this wall from Hwin, he tries to play at Food so fast on playing those flashes, getting out before they pop or after they pop. Awesome to see each time how much he has honed that skill. And we do have a few ults around the board here. Remember, GenG solo ult is up. I'm going to see if Mikael can use that to an effect to keep the spike from going down right away. GenG's been doing good at stalling these rounds to great effect.
Oh, and Mummy, that's a huge TP there, straight towards heaven. They know he's there. Sean with a great double. That's a massive play. Again, Hunter's Fury now coming through from Mikael, trying to slow things down. And he's going to have a lot to work with. He knows surely the Mummy's coming for him, and he's going to take the fight. Mummy's going to win it, though. Sitting in spawn, creating problems. There's chaos everywhere. Crashies in the 1v1 against Kuster on site. And Mummy, again, the X factor in the round with that. Support looks almost perfect, 12, 13, 14, 15, but GMD just has to be that much better with the triple-double, 17, 16, 10. Is it enough, though, Dan? Is it enough? Edge of your seat now for GenG fans here in their first round, in this first best of 3. And they got quite a bit of time as this round just started. You said showstoppers up for Raze. Caboose still has that as Sean goes down. Raze diff to start things off. Oh, no. That's the worst thing. Now that full information coming through, Caboose there with the showstopper trying to punish. Big frag from GMD by U-Haul. Kuster as well delivering. That's going to even things up into a 3 versus 3 here. Minute to go and the spike is being planted. There is U-Haul control. The swing comes through from GMD. Oh my god, he's annihilating everybody. So we can see the spike is dropped outside the market at the moment. So a slower approach for sure by Envy on the attack here. Kuster getting tagged by the cam. That's going to force him back. So it feels like there's more players showers right now than there actually is with the tag there, and I believe they know that they've seen Crashy's presence there as well, but he is alone. So Envy right now, you can see that they've pulled 3 players towards the A side of the map. They're moving towards B at the moment, so they've managed to trick out the rotations to give themselves an advantage attacking into B.
Oh. You're always hoping. You're like, come on, disappear, disappear. Don't have the range. Gets a good scene right away there. Caboose, loving the Ion Phantom here. He just keeps crushing it. He's going to blast onto the site. They find Hwin. They know that Vandal is theirs as soon as he takes a shot, and that's how Food gets the advantage. Loving the chaos. I said it before, Envy thrives in it, creating that opportunity for them to open up the door through just flying around the site. 12 to 10 here, 5v3 looking grim, Dan, as GenG try the retake.
There is a showstopper, and it's going to come through right now. There it is, but it's denied instantly by Food. It's desperate, coming straight through the dark cover with that one. Can't hope for too much for GMD. He's been amazing so far on Vine, but it's... Oh, no!
Oh, no,
Mommy,
guys!
I can't believe you've done him like this! Oh, why would you do him like that? Mummy, oh my god, that's the way to finish the game.